Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So I am making some lovely little bows today. Some little shabby bows, a little bit grungy and a little bit shabby. This one is nice and grungy. I was going to do something in the paper bag journal today, but I thought I wanted to make some little pretty things, so I thought I would do some little bows. And of course I haven't used my rose trim for a while, so I'm going to be using that. Super simple. They're nice and grungy, a little bit shabby, and it's just really pretty. Now what I'm using some of this lovely it's just like a cotton ribbon. It's quite thick, so I'm using this one. I'm also using this, which is like a herringbone one. Now this is really inexpensive. I've coloured this with some brown, and I've also done this one in pink, and how it comes is like this. So it's just like this nice beigey colour, and this one was €2.85, and you get 20 meters on here. So it's just like a cotton herringbone. Now you can buy this on Amazon. I do have some links on there at my Amazon storefront, but I just got this from our Chinese shop, and it was really cheap, and you can get different sizes. I only got this one because I wasn't quite sure how well it would work and how well it would take the colour, but because it's cotton, it really takes it lovely. So I'm going to just show you. It's really simple. It's quite a nice little simple one. This is the sort of thing that I quite like to have in my stash. Now I'm not one for sort of like mass making stuff, but when it comes to these sort of like little embellishments, I do like to make a few. So I'm just going to make a little bow, pull this inside. Yeah, I'm not one for making things for journals and stuff, because I always seem to change my mind on things unless they're sort of quite plain, but I just love these little shabby things. You can always use these sort of things on there. So that's a little bow. I haven't taken it off the reel because I'm not quite sure what size I wanted, so let's just do that. Now what I'm going to do to make it a little bit grungy, sorry, I've got a bit of a sore throat again. I'm just going to cut just little bits like that. Now this won't unravel completely, but it does give it a little bit of a messy look. Just a little shabby look, if you know what I mean. So if we do that, and then we're going to rummage around in your hands like that. Just get the heat of your hands in there, and it will make it look nice and grungy like that. So whichever way we go, can you see it just makes it fray lovely? And it just, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I quite like that sort of like grungy frayed look. Now the other thing, so it's so simple, really simple to do. I'm going to take my little rose trim. I'm going to cut 3 of them off. I'm going to pop a little bit of glue gun on there so it's nice and quick and sticks really well. Hold on to it and then just stick that over the top. Really simple. Whoops. Just love them. Absolutely love them. They're so quick and easy to make. Now again, you can make them if you're not into your sort of grungy bits. Obviously you don't have to cut. These ones cut really well. This cuts really well. Not too sure. I haven't done this one. Is with white seam binding. Seam binding will scrunch up and look grungy anyway, so you don't need to cut that really, but you can give it a go. But I just think they look lovely. Now because I've got this great big thing of my fussy cuts, I was just looking to see what we could put. So this is a smaller one. Trust me, you've got little fussy cuts, and these just, look at that. That just looks so pretty, doesn't it? I think that looks lovely. And then we've got the brown one. What have we got in here? I've got one of my little daisy postcards there. Look at that. Just as a little element on there. And then we've got little envelopes. I was going to do something with envelopes today, but I might do that tomorrow. Make some of these up. and then we can embellish the envelopes and make something tomorrow. But I just think they look really, really lovely. So love them. So I was going to just make some, I stuck that on there because I just wanted to make something. Not quite sure whether to add something in here. We can add another little envelope in there, like that. That's what I mean. I've just glued the back of this one to there, but I just think, we will do that tomorrow. I think I will do that tomorrow. I'm going to just do a few more of these because I just love them. Let's pop that over there. Take a brown one. This is lovely. I do like this herringbone one, and it is really inexpensive. So, you know, if you make it a little bit too untidy, it doesn't matter, does it? But if you're using sort of like expensive ribbon, or even the seam binding, it's quite expensive for me to buy at the moment. I'm trying to find other ribbons and stuff to use because the seam binding, to have it shipped here, is just astronomical. It's just really not worth me doing it. It's finding other things. I'm just going to chop some of these up. Just little bits here and there. Scrunch that up. Let's roll it in my hands. Get the heat in there. Grunge it up. Now I'm not, oopsie daisy, I'm not going to put the rose trim on this one. I've got this other little trim here, which is really, really pretty as well. I'm going to pop a little bit of that on because it's sort of a nice creamy colour. It goes sort of like quite well with this brown. Look at that. I just think it doesn't matter if they're a little bit odd shaped. That all adds to it. I don't need that bit. Chop that off. This will go, look, because I think brown and pink look really nice together anyway. But a little bit, one of these, so that everything's not just got my rose trim on it. Oops. There we go. Glue gun stuck everywhere. But look at that. I just think they look so pretty. Shall we try this one? Like this. Nice little bows. Andy bought me a sort of a tassel thing. A thing to make tassels on. It's by Memory Keepers. I've given it a go, but it's not as simple as it looks. So I will show you that at some point and see if we can make some tassels. I thought it looked quite easy, but it's a bit fiddly. There we go, it's a nice big one, isn't it? So this does the same thing, just snip a few little snippy bits on there. Let's go. Just a tiny. Just makes them look a little bit different than just basic tidy bows. I have a little bit of a grungy bow. Did I do this side? Let's give that a little rub around. Oops. Look at that. This ribbon was white, and I just gave it a quick little bit of the can't remember which one I used now. I think it might have even been the Tattered Rose. I think that's probably what I used, the Distress Oxide, to colour this. And because they're cotton, they take the colour really, really well. Which way round did we do this? This way? There we go. Super simple. So you could even do this with all your little leftover bits of ribbon that you've got. Just make little bows, and if you pop something like a little bit of trim or something in the middle of them, I think they look really, really pretty. Pop that on there. Look at that. Love them. And you can do them all sorts of different sizes as well. got some of this one, which is just coffee stained. This is seam binding. You can tell the seam binding. I do love seam binding, but it's just, like I said, the cost of it to send here is just more than the actual seam binding itself. So what I have, oops, that's not it straight, do we? What seam binding I do have left, I'm going to sort of, you know, look after and just use it for special things, I think. Something that, you know, oh, somebody's doing some drilling. Look at that, that's pretty, isn't it? What shall we have on this one? Look at that, that could have a lovely pink, or it could have this beautiful little one. This one works well, doesn't it? We have new neighbours, and they are doing up their house. So that's what you can hear, the drilling. There's always somebody drilling or mowing the lawn or something here. Okay, look at that, isn't that pretty? So pretty, and these just go so well on these envelopes, don't they? Even if you've got a little envelope and you want to pop that on the little flap, just so pretty. So, oh gosh, just stick it to everything. There we go. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, shall we do a couple more? I do like this pink. I hope you can see it. It's a very, very pale pink, but it just is so pretty. It's a real sort of shabby pink, I would say. Pop these down. So again, you can make the little bow bits longer or shorter. I know all of you know how to make a bow, I am sure. Which way should we go? This way, just so they're both just cut diddly bits like this. Just a little snip like that. Rub it round. So if you do have seam binding and you want to make it all rough, well, all sort of like grungy, rub it in your hands, the palm of your hands, because it really does give you that really lovely grungy look to it. It's sort of like the heat of your hands does wonders for it. Oops. There we go. Which way round does that go? This way. Just pop that on there. A little bit of glue. And there we go. Look at that. Love them. So that's a nice quick one. Like I said, I know you all know how to make bows, but these are a little bit sort of like grungy. And this is what I'm going to be using tomorrow in the video. In a video tomorrow to embellish some of the envelopes and things like that. To add either into the paper bag journal or just on their own sort of things, if you know what I mean. Because next year I'm going to be doing a nice shabby, bit more shabby, like I was saying yesterday in the video. I want to sort of like do a little bit more shabby chic, something a little bit pretty, because I do sort of like veer off in different directions with different styles. So this is what I mean about your seam binding. When you give it a good old rub in your palm of your hands, which I always think is the best way to do it. Oops, we don't want you. Can you see? You can give it a really good grungy look. And it doesn't need to be cut, because it does that all on its own. Can you see? It makes it really grungy. Well, I wonder if I do like a double bow. that, that's lovely. Do I have enough on here? I think so. Let's try and do a double bow. So obviously you'd need twice as much. And that's going to work. Pop that through. All these little bits. So that's just doubling up your seam binding. Okay, let's chop this. Chop that down. Let's just give these a little bit of a... There we go, so that's like a double one. You can like sort of pull these out. Like that. Now, I'm not going to grunge this one up too much, I don't think. Just give it a little wiggle like this. Look at that, that's nice, isn't it? So that's a nice double bow. There we go. Ooh, I like that one. That's nice, isn't it? I think I'm going to pop a little bit of this in there on this one. Oh, I think I need to sharpen my scissors. Let's take one of these little ones for this little grungy, little skinny grungy one this is. Look at that. I think I rolled that one a little bit too much. Let's pop a little bit of this on. Pop that on there. And then this one, where's my pins? Pop that into my little, this I made out of those, what did I make those out of? Can't remember now. I think it was a Friday freebie of some sort, I believe. Look at that, that's lovely, isn't it? Super simple. Oh, I like that double bow. Not as grungy. What do you think we should use? You think I can make a big double bow with this? Let's put those out of the way. Let's take that. So that is roughly, shall I measure it? Where's my ruler? Here we go. 10, 11 inches, about 28 centimeters. So that would be double, so that would be 10, 11, so it would be about 22 inches, I would have thought. There we go. Yeah, about 22 inches doubled up, isn't it? What do you reckon? Put this one down a little bit. Oops. I think these need to be a little bit shorter, like that. What do you think? That's quite nice, isn't it? Pull those out. Pull these out. That's a lovely little double bow. I don't think I'll cut this one, or shall I? Let's just grunge the bottom bits. Just need to stay out like that. Oops. Lovely, look at that. That's fabulous, isn't it? This one will go with the Christmassy one, which was the bows, bells and baubles, wouldn't it? That's lovely. Oh, I like that. Probably could do with a bigger sort of flower on there. No, I think that's okay. Let's just put a little bit of glue on there. Pop that down. Fabulous, love it. Oh, little bits of glue. There we go, guys. Well, I'm going to carry on doing some more of these. I thought I would just show you what I am doing so we can be ready for tomorrow. So I can embellish some bits and pieces that we make, but I'm loving them. Excuse me. So I'm going to make a few more brown ones, but we've got these beautiful ones. Love them. Excuse me. Okay, guys, well, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to go and get a drink before I choke, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Alright, guys, take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. Alright, guys, bye-bye.